starting at the top, tell me tomorrow that the lights are working, functional, that the lenses aren't cracked, broken, or missing. The red lights and yellow lights are working. Again, lenses aren't cracked, broken, or missing. The school bus lettering is 8 inches tall and it's not tore off. The wipers have rubber on the blades. The windshield is fairly clean, not cracked or broken. My mirrors are attached, not cracked or broken. These mirrors are attached, not cracked or broken. My turn signals and headlights are working, not cracked or broken. My walking control arm moves freely, it's not broke, dragging on the ground, and I don't have any big puddles down on the ground. Like I said, you might have a stain like that, but if it's fresh meeting tires, then you probably want to call a mechanic to see where it's coming from. I'm going to start in front and pull the hood open. We had it at total setting class, you know, don't take a hot radiator cap off, but you can check the fluid level by looking in that sight glass. It'll be red or green, okay? Checking your hoses, it'll tell me that they're not cracked, broken, or appear to be leaking. My alternator here is bolted down securely. It's not moving around. All the wires are connected in the rear. Tug on the pulley. It shouldn't spin. If it spins, that lets me know the tension on the belt is too loose. Okay. My other hoses are not cracked, broken, or leaking. And I'm going to come down to my suspension parts. My spring mount is mounted securely, not cracked or broken. My springs are stacked and not cracked. My U-bolts are not cracked or broken. My spring mount in the rear, what I can see of it, is not cracked or broken. My shock absorber is attached top and bottom. There is fluid on the inside. I'd like for you to tell me that it's not leaking. The air hose has no physical damage to it. That leads to my air brake canister or chamber, whatever you prefer to call it, is bolted securely. There's no physical damage I can see. The slack adjuster arm is at a 90-degree angle. The cotter pins are inside of it. Okay. My tires appear to be new. They're at least 4 32nds tread depth, and I showed you yesterday the wear bar here. The tire is pumped. The sidewalls are not cracked or broken or gouged out or tore. The rim is one solid piece, no physical damage to it. All my lug nuts are present, none of them are missing. The axle seal does not appear to be leaking, and my brake drum, what I can see of it through this hole and the other hole, doesn't appear to be cracked or broken. And I'm going to step around on the other side. I don't expect you to get your hands nasty, but I would like for you to tell me how you check motor oil level tomorrow. Pull it out, wipe it off with a rag, stick it back in, pull it out again, look at it, right? Hoses again here are not cracked or leaking. My water pump here behind my fan, I look down on the ground, I don't see any antifreeze leaking on the ground. I look at the belt, it's not cracked or frayed, and the tension is good, it's not too slack. The air compressor, you do need to tell me if it's a gear-driven unit or a belt-driven unit, and we don't see a belt, so my other selection, it has to be a gear-driven unit. My hoses coming off of it are not cracked or frayed in any way, or leaking, or appear to be leaking. The power steering reservoir, again, check the level by the dipstick there. Again, I don't expect you to do it tomorrow, just point to it and tell me you're checking the level. The hoses are not cracked or leaking in any way. And check my power steering gearbox here, it's all bolted down, I don't see physical damage to it. And the power steering linkage right here, put that stick in there, I should see my steering wheel move up in the cabin, and I do. Spring mounts, just like on the other side, appear to be bolted down, attached, whatever word you would like to use, or mounted securely. There's no physical cracks in it. The springs are stacked and not cracked. The U-bolts have no visible cracks in them. That leads to my spring mount in the rear, no visible cracks. My shock absorber is bolted top and bottom. This doesn't appear to be leaking. My air lines don't appear to be cracked, frayed, or leaking. That leads to my air brake canister here, bolted securely. Okay, no physical damage as best I can tell. That leads to my slack adjuster. It's at a 90-degree angle. The pins are inside of it. My tire is new, at least 4 32nds tread depth. The tire is pumped. There's no deep cuts on the side that will make that tire weak. The rim is one solid piece. It doesn't appear to be cracked or broken. All my lugs are present. None appear to be missing or loose. The axle seal has no visible leaks. And the brake drum, what I can see of it, has no cracks in it. The clearance lights at the top here appear to be working, functional, operational, I don't care. And the lenses aren't cracked, broken, or what, missing. My mirrors while I'm here appear to be clean and unbroken. There's no vandalism on the side of the vehicle that I'm going to get credit for. The stop sign lenses are working on both sides, and the lenses don't appear to be cracked or broken, and my battery box is closed. Then we had a little acronym we used yesterday. FED. What does FED stand for? I've got my frame rails here. They don't appear to be cracked, rusted, or been repaired in any way, right? My exhaust pipe on the other side doesn't have any holes in it. I'm going to ask you why am I concerned about the exhaust pipe? Because I don't want carbon monoxide poisoning for me or my children, right? And then D, the drive shaft is bolted up. These hangers are in place to catch it in case it breaks and falls. And the same brake parts I got in the back, I've got in the front. There's my air brake chambers. They're just bigger back here. They appear to be securely mounted. There's no damage to them on this side or the other side. My slack adjuster arm, looking across, is at a 9-degree angle and pointing down, and it has the pins in it. And then my air lines or hoses up here don't appear to be cracked or broken. Okay? Then I can check my spring mount here. All bolts are in it. And no visible cracks. Just like in the front, my springs are stacked and not cracked. There's my spring mount there in the rear. It appears to be bolted securely. Then my springs are stacked and not cracked, and then I'm out of a line. I said if they're out of a line, that means one of those springs is cracked or broken, right? Run my stick around my tires. I don't feel any rocks or bricks, and the tires are not touching. Poke the inside one, it should feel nice and firm. If it's spongy, that means that tire's low in air, right? This one, and these back here can be 2 30-seconds tread depth and a recap tire. They should feel nice and firm, both of them. They're spongy, low in air. No deep cuts on the side to make the tire weak. The rim is one solid piece, no repair wells done to it. Axle seal here, not leaking. The lug nuts are all on, none I'm missing. And the brake drum, no physical cracks as best I can tell through those slides. And if I got mud flaps on here, making sure the mud flaps not tore, dragging on the ground. Okay? Come on around to the back. Start at the top, just like I did in the front. My clearance lights are burning. Then the lenses aren't cracked, broken, or missing. The reds and yellows are working, not cracked, broken, or missing. The lettering is all 8 inches tall. And says school bus, knobs tore off. The windows are clean and unbroken. The turn signals are working both sides. Lenses aren't cracked, broken. Brake lights are working, not cracked or broken or missing. Reverse lights. And you have to specify what lights you identify in the mark. And my door opens from the outside freely. Okay. Then go underneath. You can check your frame rails back here and exhaust. So where you do it up there in the middle or you do it back here, I don't care. You can also check the distance between, or the separation between your tires. You can check your U-bolts here, just on the other side of the shock absorber, that they're not cracked or broken. My shocks are bolted top and bottom. They don't appear to be leaking. Everybody see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm going to get up, come around to this side. My clearance lights are working, functional, and the lenses aren't cracked, broken, or missing. There's no damage to the side of the vehicle I'm going to get credit for. Check this set of tires just like I did the other side. Okay? Firm, rim, axle seal, lug nuts, and brake drum. No damage. I want to check my fuel cell. There's no fuel. And all that's bolted up. That cage is bolted up on the side of the tank to protect me on the side of impact. There's no leaks down on the ground to indicate the tank's leaking. And the cap is on I'm not spilling any diesel fuel there. Okay? Y'all will go on board.